Hi everyone, welcome back. I feel like I'm compelled to do a hair video today because I've tried a product yesterday that blew me away, basically. I was trying to think of what the phrase was then. I said blew me and then I thought that sounds rude. And I couldn't think of the rest of the... I was thinking of blow it out of the water, but that wouldn't have worked. Anyway, it's a shampoo and conditioner. I'm very just continually disappointed with shampoos and conditioners. I've been bleaching my hair for, God, coming on for 20 years. And as I've got older, especially since having kids, don't know whether that's some kind of thing that happens to people, it just got drier and drier and much more difficult to make it feel any kind of soft. And you know when you want it soft but not like candy floss soft? Like you want it to have some weight but not feel greasy. You just want it to feel sort of like weighty and silky. If you also have bleached hair, you'll know what I mean by this. It's a really specific hair type that basically just feels like natural hair that's never been coloured. That's how you want your hair to feel. That's basically the holy grail. People that don't colour their hair will have that hair anyway and they'll be thinking, what the hell are you talking about? That's just hair. It's not. When you have it coloured, you never sort of get back that feeling of just sort of glossy weightiness. I do have current favourites and I have things that work and they do a good job, like Colour Wow shampoo and conditioner, amazing. I think that the Josh Woods range is absolutely brilliant, especially the everything mask that they do, and very affordable, and also smells amazing. And they do it for different hair colours and types and what have you. So the Josh Wood range I would recommend is a very good, I don't want to say affordable, but cheaper option, cheaper than the other stuff I'm about to show you. And then you have this range at, I got this from Space NK, I don't know where else they stock this, but this is called Virtue. And they do a couple of different ranges for different hair types. This is the full shampoo. If you have fine hair and it just doesn't do anything, this is amazing. Just gives it body. I have to say it's not the most moisturising one, so if you have very dry hair, it gives it body, but you don't get that feeling of having had it very nourished. So swings and roundabouts, but they also do, I think it's called Full Repair. So that range is a relatively new discovery this year that I think is excellent. Now, granted, I have just tried this once, but I can't see why it wouldn't work the next time. And I'm so excited by it. And 2 people have already said today, wow, what's happened to your hair? Have you had it coloured? Have you had it done? Have you had it cut or blow dried? No, I've shampooed and conditioned it, nothing else, and it has dried like this. Okay, I mean, yes, the haters might say it looks a bit boring, but I've kept it looking like this because I wanted to show you just how silky it is with nothing extra. So this is what I used, Olaplex, and I used the Bond Maintenance Shampoo and the conditioner. Now this stuff I heard about years ago, and it was a salon only treatment that was for really badly damaged hair. And there's something that you can add into the colour so it helps to protect your hair as it's being coloured. And then there was something else that went in when you were at the basin. What's it called? The backwash. The backwash, just let's get technical here. And that made it really amazing. And it wasn't particularly like you would use it to make it really silky. It's more of a strengthening thing. However, these have made my hair so silky. It feels almost back to how it used to feel when I didn't colour it. I'm so pleased with this. I've just brushed it through, and the brushing is my next thing. And I haven't done any shedazzling with it. I haven't used a hairdryer, but I very rarely use a hairdryer. So it's not that I've let it dry naturally. That's not why it feels so silky, just before you say that, because I have thought of that, and that's not true. Next thing on my favourite hair stuff of the year from a non-hair person, so I'm really not into high maintenance hair whatsoever, is the Davines OI oil. Absolute beautifying potion. I've talked about this so much. I try dozens and dozens of things a year that are for just sort of making your hair silkier as an afterthought. So you dry your hair off and it just gives it a bit of a sheen. And I like this because it gives it that little bit of weight that you get on lovely, beautiful, healthy, natural hair. And this is just what I use over the top. I'm just going to use a tiny amount because I don't even feel like I need that much on it today. But I just use it as a top polish and it just makes it look so high shine and beautiful. Can you see that? I just can't believe how neat and straight my hair looks when I haven't done anything to it. It's ridiculous. In terms of brushes, wet brush or tangle teaser, they're two quite different styles really. The tangle teaser doesn't have a handle and it feels more like you're grooming a horse's mane, which I quite like, but you get really good control. On my kids, I find this easier. It's got different bristles to the wet brush. The wet brush also has a handle and feels more like a traditional hairbrush, but again just cuts through the knots. So if you haven't used a brush like these specialist detangling brushes before, they will quite possibly be life-changing for you, and they're not at all ridiculously expensive. So give them a try. On kids especially, when they just hate having their hair brushed, they're genius. And the last thing, saving the best till last. As you know, I'm a founder of this brand. This is the Collab Dry Shampoo, and it is now taking the world by storm, basically. Mainly because no white residue. So in all hair colours, let me just show you, give it a good shake. It's just invisible. See? Now, I know that my roots aren't the darkest roots. It's not like I have completely jet black hair. But if you have jet black hair, give it a try. You will see that there is no chalkiness. So you still have supreme oil absorption, which is what you want. That's what dry shampoo is for. Although, I have to say, if you've got fine hair, I don't know how many times I can say this because over the years I've said it so many times. If you have fine hair, what it does do is it sort of grips to any oil that's there and just gives it a slight oomph. So if you find that your hair sticks flat to your head, then this just gives it a little bit of a lift, but it's not like that sort of dry, crispy hairspray kind of lift. It's a lift from underneath, so it just looks really, really natural and beautiful. There's nothing to brush out. You can brush it out, as with all dry shampoo, but there's just no need because there's no residue. So just leave it in there, give it a lovely massage, and you're done. Comes in loads of different beautiful fragrances, cruelty-free, vegan. What's not to like about this? So, a whole video sparked off by a new shampoo and conditioner that I just think is the absolute bee's knees. This, is it Olaplex or Olaplex, do you think? Potentially should have found that out before I started shooting this video, but there we go. Those are my hair heroes for 2019. I need to get some more of this one, I'm sure it's called Full Repair, and I will do a separate blog post review. I'll link to any reviews I already have of things that are featured here. And let me know your own hair heroes below, if you would, especially if you have colour treated hair or sort of chemically treated hair, and you really struggle to find things that give you, like I said, that lovely sort of natural weight to the hair, because that's the holy grail, isn't it? So let me know your own suggestions below and I'll add them to my testing list, which is everlasting and I don't think will ever finish. So I'll see you in the comments and also next time.